Ever since his appearance, the humankind worked out and passed down educational procedures that evolved over time, adapting to the different historical circumstances. In ancient Greece, the educational path is based on the emulation of a glorious mentor who used to teach moral values along with practical arts. The didactic scenario widens with the sophists' advent from the 5th century before Christ. They bring about teaching in a modern sense, the transmission of technical knowledge through a planned course of learning for which the teacher receives payment. Starting from the 4th century Anno Domini, we witness a profound cultural revolution brought about by the spread of Christianity. The Christian educator's duty is to spread faith with utmost commitment and teach love for others. During this period, there is a wealth of literary works of admonishment and redemption, such as the Divine Comedy, and of monasteries, the main cultural center of society. From the 11th century, episcopal schools evolved, especially in Paris and Bologna, into the first university. The discovery of America in 1492 opens a new historical period, the Modern Age. Society no longer revolves only around great bodies, empire, church, family, but feels the urge to valorize individuality. Modern pedagogy moved the center of the method from contents to learner. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, with his masterpiece Emilio, anticipates the issue of child-centered education, even if the novel contains also the debate between authority and freedom, themes that will be widely deepened in the 19th century. The contemporary age starts on the heels of Industrial Revolution. On the one hand, the masses claim their rights. On the other, the modern state tries to control society using the pedagogical function of institutions to classify all citizens within established social frames. Education gains new goals. It becomes technical, specialized, and strictly linked to work, promoting concrete knowledge based on logic and dexterity. School is involved in numerous reforms such as compulsoriousness, the uniformity of syllabus and textbooks, and the payment of taxes. On the Italian pedagogical landscape of the 20th century emerges Maria Montessori. She's against the standardization of school which oppresses each natural individualism. This groundbreaking pedagogy is opposed by the fascist reform, which set up the Opera Nazionale Balilla, an independent extracurricular paramilitary establishment gathering all children from 6 to 18. Believe, obey, fight is the motto taught in schools, where teachers have to swear allegiance to the party which controls textbooks and the scholarship program. After the war, in 1968, student movements swept all over Europe, kindled by anarchical and revolutionary principles. Education feels the urge to renew itself, to go beyond the merely metaphysical encyclopedic knowledge. Undoubtedly, the pioneers who undertook this renewal were at first neither understood nor supported. This situation is perfectly represented in Dead Poets Society, a 1989 film by Peter Weir. The movie represents a dynamic teaching model, who is keen on teaching concepts through direct experience or through tricks that make the lesson lighter, yet efficient. Students are not considered as empty vessels to be filled with knowledge, but as free thinkers to be encouraged to follow their true ambition without any remorse. This method is pregnant with genuine charisma, which plays on the student's attention and esteem rather than on threats, reprimands, or corporal punishments. The teacher's motto is indeed Carpe Diem.
Difficulty in maintaining your own beliefs in the face of others. For those of you who should look in your eyes like, I would have walked differently. Ask yourselves why you are clapping. We all have a great need for acceptance, but you You must trust that your beliefs are unique, your own, even though others may think them odd or unpopular, even though the herd may go, that's bad. Robert Frost said, 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. And that has made all the difference.
The school system is actually facing another engaging challenge. Technology facilitates a radical change in teaching, which no longer revolves around teachers, the only source of truth, but rather around the students, who learn by themselves. The project Scuola 2.0, through the use of interactive whiteboards, tablets, and personal computers, makes possible to fully exploit the potential of e-learning. Another alternative to the traditional school path is homeschooling. In this case, education is imparted at home by parents or people of their own choice. This curriculum addresses to the age range from nursery school to high school, and the teaching methods vary from one family to the other. Nevertheless, the educational path has to follow the ministerial guidelines for content, and pupils between the age of 6 and 16 are legally bound to take an exam every year. Further doubts arise about the actual technical competences parents should have in order to act as teachers. Teachers have studied for years and obtained nationally recognized certifications, while nowadays parents believe they are up to the task only because they have attended the course or planned the lesson of today. In this way, these latter are completely ignoring the 1,000-year-long history of teaching development. The educational institution is going through a complex period and is badly put to test. Although there are obvious problems, thinking one can solve them simply by leaving an established, age-old institution to improvise some sort of homemade teaching will only reinforce the negative message which could thwart any attempt for change.